Today I'm going to be talking about why we got rid of our brand new 2026 Honda HR-V and replaced it with a 10-year-old 2016 Honda CR-V. So I recently did a real owner review of our 2026 Honda HR-V, and it was not a bad vehicle. So for those of you that may have purchased a newer HR-V, it's not a bad vehicle. But this 2016 Honda CR-V, in our opinion, is a much better vehicle. So I get it's not an apples to apples comparison when you're talking about a CR-V versus an HR-V. Honda brands the HR-V as its entry-level, ultra-compact SUV, and the CR-V is the mid-level, so a higher level up. But this is a 10-year-old vehicle we're talking about with 130,000 miles. So everything about this 10-year-old Honda CR-V is better than our brand new Honda HR-V. So obviously this is a bigger vehicle. It has a lot more room, not just only the interior cabin space, but also the rear cargo area is substantially bigger and a lot taller. But what it really came down to was price versus what you get for that price. So we put a lot of money down when we bought our HR-V, but we still did have a payment that we were making. I was able to trade to a dealer the HR-V, not only pay it off, but have enough money to buy this CR-V, and now I have no car payment. So I'd say across the line with Hondas, and it's not just Hondas, it's every car manufacturer, quality is taking a nosedive. And I'll leave it up to you to speculate why that is, that all cars are being built cheaper than they used to be. But everything on these Hondas, just from the thickness of the metal to the interior plastic quality and material finish, is worse on newer vehicles. So a big gripe I had with the HR-V was it had a lot of NVH problems on the inside of the vehicle. And what I'm talking about is cheap plastics. There were like 5 different rattles when the car was brand new, 0 miles. And we live on a road that looks similar to our driveway here. It's just a gravel and dirt road. So you really get a good shakedown of a new vehicle when you drive out here. Going down the road, we had rattles in the dash, rattles coming from the overhead console, rattles coming from the doors. The plastics around the back window rattled like crazy. So I basically had to take the car apart and try to fix all the rattles. And every time I fixed a rattle, it seemed like another one came back in its place. And just the quality of the plastics in this vehicle are much more substantial feeling when you hit on them, soft touch, than the HR-V was. This plastic on these older ones does not scratch. Starting in 2017 and up on the CR-Vs especially, if you just looked at this plastic wrong, it would scratch. Material quality is just going downhill. And that's true. I have a Ford Maverick also. Ford Maverick, the plastic is junk. So with the 4th generation of CR-V, you had the 2012 through 14, which had the older style 2.4 with a conventional automatic. Those did have some problems. A lot of people still swear by them, that they're great vehicles. They're not bad, especially considering to a lot of other brands. So it's starting in 2015, and in this 16 and through 2019 in the LX model, you got this 2.4 Earth Dreams engine, made it to a CVT automatic. Now say what you want about CVTs, the Honda CVT is a very reliable unit with just some routine maintenance, very easy drain and fills of the transmission. They will run to 300,000 miles, no problem at all. So if you look under the hood of this 10-year-old CR-V and you look under the hood of the HR-V, they look very similar. The HR-V has a port fuel injection, 1.8 liter Earth Dreams engine, looks almost just like the 2.4. Made it to a CVT. We had an all-wheel drive. It did have fake shifting in the HR-V, which was kind of nice, depending on if you like that or not. This 2.4 has a lot more horsepower. This is a direct injected engine, and you definitely notice it when you're going down the road, that it gets up to speed and passes vehicles much easier than the HR-V ever did. I also talk about headlights real quick, because this is something that's often overlooked, but the 2023 and up HR-V headlights, don't know how to put this in a nice way, they're garbage. So they're LED, which they look decent, but there was a very large black spot in front of the vehicle where there was no light at all. It's like you were holding two flashlights on the front of the car going down the road. The high beams definitely needed improvement as well. Hopefully Honda takes that into consideration moving forward. So this 10-year-old CR-V with the projector touring headlights on it, I mean, even the regular halogen headlights were better, but these are super bright. And if they're not bright enough for you, they're very easy to retrofit with LED modules in both the projector and the high beam. So you can control how light your brights are. There's nothing you can do on the new HRVs to change the lighting. They're LED modules. The whole headlight is the bulb. If something goes bad, you have to replace the whole headlight assembly. It's kind of like the throwaway culture in cars now these days with modules. These headlights right here, you can replace the bulbs. That was important. And we do a lot of nighttime driving, especially in the winter around here. So it was very important, living out in the country, to have extremely bright headlights when you need them. So besides headlights, let's talk about some other safety things. Obviously, both vehicles have anti-lock brakes, both have side impact airbags, both have really good crash test ratings. The HRV did come standard, started in 23 with the collision mitigation system and adaptive cruise control and all of that. This 2016 does not have that, but if you bought a higher trim level 2016 CR-V, like a Touring, it did come with that. You could have the lane keep assist and the collision mitigation braking system and all of those other features that came on the newer HRV. So the 2026 HRV did not even have a built-in compass. All this generation CR-V had a compass built in right there. The models are notorious for not working great. A simple mirror replacement with a compass was my answer, combined with this aftermarket joining stereo, which gives this 10-year-old vehicle wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with a bigger screen than a brand new HRV, and makes it just as technologically advanced when it comes to the entertainment system. All right, so with a winter cold average mile per gallon of 25.8 right now with city driving, this vehicle gets just as good as gas mileage as a brand new HRV with a lot more horsepower and a much more comfortable ride. So one thing I did not like about the HRV is going down the road, especially on a bumpy road, the whole vehicle seemed to rock back and forth, kind of like this. The suspension was a little too sprung, not quite soft enough. Obviously the CR-V, again, not an apples to apples comparison, has a much better ride even in an older model like this. So this CR-V even has heated seats, again, has an upgraded entertainment system. So for a little bit of money, it's got these nice leather seats as well, leather wrapped steering wheel. So for a little bit of money, we were able to make this vehicle just as nice as the HRV, if not much nicer actually, and have no car payment. I have no doubt that the HRV with the 1.8 liter engine and the CVT it uses is a reliable vehicle. It's a very simple platform. Again, kind of mirroring an older vehicle from 10-year-old ago Honda. There's no doubt that the Hondas of the 90s and 2000s were much, much better than the ones that they produce today. So in this older CR-V, again, very easy to replace. All the lighting with LED bulbs, just to give you that modern look. This does not feel like you're climbing into some kind of dinosaur vehicle or anything. One thing that always bothered me about the HRV was you could not even turn the headlights off unless you were stopped and in park. When you rotated to off, it would just spring right back to on. I don't know what it is about new cars. They think you can't even have the sense to know when you need to turn your headlights on or off. But even these older cars have automatic headlights if that's something you like. Again, I'm not here to say anything negative about the HRV. Overall, it's a decent vehicle, especially for the class, the entry level. But again, we were able to trade that in, have enough money in equity to pay for this CR-V that will serve us much better with no car payment, lower insurance. So I just wanted to get that out there. If you're considering buying a new Honda in general, the used car market sometimes is a crapshoot. Sometimes people trade in cars because they're trying to get rid of it because there's something wrong with it. It is always good to have any vehicle you're potentially looking to buy checked out by a mechanic or someone who actually knows what they're doing. Never take the dealership's word for it. So I guess the overall point of the video is that it's not always best to buy new, especially these days when quality seems to be taking a back seat to the rising cost of producing vehicles, constraints placed on manufacturers by maybe the government for safety regulations and emissions regulations. Just like how manufacturers tell you can go 10, 15,000 miles without changing your oil. They're just saying that not because it's best for your car, but they'd like to say another car sometime soon. So whatever you decide to buy, make sure you take care of it, service it regularly. If it's a Honda, they're still decent vehicles, but especially in the CR-V line, the newer ones with the turbocharged engines have been nothing but problems. And it really is a shame that it's kind of ruining Honda's reputation. But as you can see, if you can weed through all of that, do some research, you can find a really good vehicle for a really good price still in this day and age. All right, so if you followed to the end, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully the video maybe helps you out if you're in the market for a new vehicle, maybe a new HRV or CRV. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Please like the video, subscribe, that really helps. And until next time, thanks for watching.